Supporting Quality is a consumer-led campaign which asks you to help protect quality jobs in Ireland by making your shopping choices count. This year we're celebrating quality. Quality workers, quality jobs, quality brands. Here are some stories from your fellow workers in the Supporting Quality community.
My name is Irene Smith. I work in Fleetwood Paints. I work in the decorative lab in Fleetwood and I'm also the microbiologist. I'm here 17 years and I am quite local. I'm only about 20-25 minutes drive to work. Fleetwood Paints manufactures a various range of paint products. We also manufacture and distribute various other products like paint brushes, rollers, trays, paint strippers, etc. There's about 100 people working in the whole Fleetwood plant, and during the summer there could be anything from another 10 to 15 extra people working in the dispatch area and on the filling line. At the moment Fleetwood supply 400 retailers in Ireland and internationally, mainly in Europe. There's several departments in the factory and there's 4 different labs. There's the colour lab, R&D lab, industrial lab and the decorative lab. There's also the production area, which is split into several different areas. You've got the filling area, which incorporates 4 different filling lines. You've got the raw materials department and you've also got the pre-batch. Off that is the dispatch area and then there's the administration area. In October 2017 we had 1,000 accident-free days. We donated €1,000 between 2 charities, which is Cycle Against Suicide and Irish Cancer Society. And they also sponsor other various charitable organisations throughout the year and also schools and etc.
My name is Don Fitzgerald and I work in Irish Distillers Midleton. I've worked in nearly going on 10 years. So my first area, or my home, is the distillation control room. Process of distilling whiskey hasn't changed since time began. Technology has allowed larger vessels, computerization to monitor it, gas, electricity, steam, as opposed to coal and fire. So otherwise the principle hasn't changed. It's just the volume, the size of the equipment, everything else has changed. We make Jameson Green Bottle as known world over, and then we have the Midleton range, from Midleton Very Rare, the premium products, to Barry Crockett Legacy, to Redbreast, to Powers, to Cork Dry Gin. In my team I have 7 fellow operators. We work very closely as a team. We work 2 days and 2 nights of 12-hour shifts. We're very proud of our product. We're extremely proud of working for Irish Distillers, working for Jameson, which is the world-known brand. The whole business is history. We have people that worked here since 1974. We've had generation after generation. We've had the master distiller Barry Crockett, with the cottage that we're in now where he was born. His father worked before him. There's nearly going on 80 years plus history between the two of them alone. The whole town is connected to the distillery. Targets for the next 10 years, which is our 10-year plan, is continuous growth. With it will come loads of change. We move with the times. You have to move with the way things are going. But if it gets bigger and better, then happy days for Don Fitzgerald, happy days for everybody in Irish Distillers.
My name is Darren Buckley. I work in the Port of Cork and Tivoli as a cargo handle operator. I started in the port in 2002. I'm only living 6 kilometres from the Tivoli depot. On a day-to-day basis, I would be a full-time strad driver, basically loading, unloading lorries and taking containers from the ship or bringing them back to the ship for loading. Well, between Tivoli, on a daily basis, you would have between 30 and 40 men to run the whole operation. You have the Cove pilot launch, you have the pilots, you have port ops, you have Ringaskiddy, you would potentially have the bones of another 20 people there, and then you have the custom house uptown where a lot of the admin is done. I suppose you'll be 40, 50 people working there. The port plays a vital part in every aspect of the Munster region, and essentially, be it export products, people, customers trying to get their produce to market. So the port is a great indicator of how the economy is going overall. In 2017, the Port of Cork finished an extension on the pier in Bantry, which allowed them to bring in liners, larger vessels. There's massive industry down the lower harbour. There's some huge chemical companies down there and they can get their produce out to market. Daily ship connections to either the UK or mainland Europe. 2017 was a good year for the port in terms of tonnage. There was over 10.7 million tonnes came through, be it Cork and Bantry combined. The port is a huge employer in the Cork region, be it directly or indirectly. You have port facilities, you have stevedores, you have haulage companies, even between the garages out on the road, providing the lads with sandwiches and tea and coffee. It'd be very, very hard to quantify how much the port actually does give to the region.
My name is Tom Healy. Everybody knows me as Tucker. I'm working here since 1987. At the moment, I am employed as a guillotine operator in the print finishing area. I came in here as a 17-year-old, full head of hair, 28-inch waist, and I'm here ever since. We make high-quality board games for the European market. We make Monopoly here. We make over 185 versions of that game alone. We make Cluedo, Guess Who, Game of Life, Connect 4, Kerplunk, all the games that we associate with our childhood. I cut the print that comes off our 5-colour printing machine, so nearly everything that's involved in the manufacturing of the products come through my machine. We have 200 people working here full time, and that peaks to 455 plus during the busy season. We also have our own mint here, which we print, collate and cut all the money for Monopoly and all the other games. We produce billions and billions of euros, but unfortunately you can't spend it in the shops. We have 6 production lines. Cartamundi has invested 1.2 million in one of our production lines for 2018. When we heard the news of the investment, it brought great confidence to the workforce and to the local economy. Myself and my partner are employed here, and it's great news for myself, the other workers, that people know that these board games are manufactured here in Waterford City. It's important to know that when you go out and buy one of our board games, you are supporting Waterford jobs.
My name is Tina Ahern. I work for Dublin Bus. I've been working there for the last 19 years as a bus driver. You go in to pick up your board in the morning, you go out, get your bus, bring the bus out to, I'm marked in on the 37th, so that's my route. It goes from Wilton Terrace out to Blanchardstown Shopping Centre. So I either start at one terminus or the other, pick up everybody and bring them home again. Well, when I was small, we never had a car, so anywhere we went was on the bus, and I always did look in a little bit of awe at the bus driver, and I did think, I want to do that. Never thought I would, because it was always men then, and women were not bus drivers then. So when the opportunity came up, I grabbed it with both hands, I applied, passed my test, I was over the moon, and everybody was really, really proud of the fact that I'm actually becoming a bus driver. They employ about 3,500 people, and there's a fleet of about 1,020 buses in the whole company. In 2017 we carried 139 million people, which is a lot of people. So we're going onwards and upwards, and hopefully next year there'll be more to carry. Our travel assistance scheme has helped over 1,000 people with reduced mobility to get around on the bus. A couple of years ago I was asked to get involved in a recruitment drive where Dublin Bus were taking on more women. They wanted more women involved in the company, and we had a couple of days up in the training school, myself and another female driver then. We done a radio interview as well, trying to get women on board. I think a lot of women actually think that it's a man's job, and it's not. Women are probably better drivers than men. I think they are. I think they are, to be fair.
Supporting jobs,
Supporting communities,
Supporting quality.
Quality workers, quality jobs, quality brands. Support our campaign.